Am I the asshole for telling my mom and her husband I don't give a shit if their kid dies? My mom and dad got divorced when I was 5. It was good, they were terrible together. All I remember from back then is them fighting constantly. My mom got primary custody of me and my dad got me on weekends and some holidays. It was better for a couple of years until my mom met Dale. He isn't a bad person, he just wasn't interested in being a stepdad. They got married when I was 9. Then they needed to move for Dale's job. My mom left me with my dad and said she would be back for me when they got settled. My dad and grandma agreed to take care of me full time until then. They apparently have settling to do still because I turned 17 in May and she hasn't come back for me yet. She did, however, have a kid with Dale. I have never met him. My half-brother is sick and needs something from me. My mother and his father aren't a match, but I might be. My mom contacted me to ask me to get tested to see if I'm a match. My dad said it was up to me. I said no. I have an athletic scholarship in college in the fall. If I do this /donate not test, I won't be able to participate in the sport I was recruited to play, which will mean my scholarship goes away. My mom begged. I thought about it. I know I have no shot at being a professional athlete. I'm good but not great. I can't play div, I'm not sure what that means, /sports, but I won't get paid to play. I came up with a compromise I thought would be good. I offered to get tested and if I was a match, I would donate if my mom and Dale agreed to pay my tuition for my degree. I thought it was a win-win situation. If I donate, the kid has a chance to live. I can concentrate on school instead of sports and my dad gets a break after years of doing everything. They said no. They said I should do it with no conditions. I said fuck no then. They accused me of being heartless. I said that just because she didn't give a shit about me and my future doesn't mean I don't. She said my brother will die without me and here is where I might be the asshole. I literally said that it made no difference to me if their kid lived or died, that I didn't give a shit. My dad is staying out of it and my grandma is on my corner. In fact, all of my dad's family says it's my decision. My mom's family thinks I'm being an asshole for what I said. I've been blocking them all as I get the chance. Am I the asshole? Definitely not. She should just pay your tuition. Yeah, it's a win-win situation. Maybe they can find someone else if they don't want to pay the OP's tuition. Fair. 100% fair. Story 2. Am I the asshole for how I turned down an affair with co-worker and refusing to quit my job? So the OP here is 43 male. I have been married to my wife, 45 female, and we have 3 kids. My new co-worker, 34 female, and I took a liking for each other which was very platonic on my side. We used to text but nothing that was questionable. Then she sent me some flirty text and a racy pic of her. I basically shut her down and told her I don't have any interest in having an affair with her. I have a good wife who gives me a good life and I don't want to damage it. I decided to tell my wife what happened and we laughed it off. Then she snooped through my phone. She found the text and was very mad at me. She was mad because she feels that if she is unable to be a good wife to me, I would cheat. I told her that I would divorce her first before I ever considered cheating on her. For a bit of context, I went through a bout of depression a decade ago. My youngest son wasn't born yet. I lost my job. It was a dark time. Eventually, my wife asked for separation. I was able to crawl out of the hole, got a job, etc. and she came back. But after that, I realized that I can lose myself again or I will lose everything. For her part, she has apologized for leaving and had been a good wife. Now, my wife wants me to quit my job and find a new one. I have refused. I'm definitely not gonna do it. I don't trust my wife to not leave if I can't find another job. I will lose everything again. So I refused. She taunted me by saying that I just want to go with my coworker. That's why I won't listen to her. I told her that if she divorces me, she has no business telling me who I date. I basically said to her that I am not quitting my job, I'm not discussing it anymore. She will probably leave me if I quit my job and struggle to find another one, so she may as well leave me now because I would rather be divorced than be divorced and jobless. She accused me of holding on to the past, but how could I not? She left me once. I won't ever put myself in that position again. That was like very nice. And not like nice, that's the bare minimum, telling your significant other if someone's crossing their line romantically. But I'm glad he did, because most don't. But her living, like, I do understand wanting financial security, especially, I'm not really sure, they probably had kids, yes, wanting financial security while you have kids, but I'm not sure. You're leaving, but then they get a job, then you come back. It just kind of seems weird. May as well leave them forever rather than leave, come back when they get a job, leave, come back when they get a job. That's kind of weird for me. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. Moving on. Story 3. My roommate expects me to pay her sister's share of the rent because I have a job. I live with one roommate, Rose. I traveled for a family get-together. When I came back, I found someone else in the apartment. Turns out it was Rose's younger sister. I asked her what was going on, and she casually said, "Oh, she just came from the village and will be staying here for a few days while she applies for a job." I asked her why she didn't let me know beforehand, and she said, "I thought you wouldn't mind." Fast forward, those few days turned into what feels like forever. Her sister is always home doing absolutely nothing. No job hunting, no house chores, just using up our space, electricity, water, and food. She is basically moved in. When rent was due, I divided it into 3 and sent my 1/3. Rose called me saying I didn't send my full rent. I told her to divide the total into 3 and that is my part. She flipped, said her sister isn't working yet, and I have been working for years, so I should be able to afford the full half. That I should overlook it and render a little help. I told her point blank, "You didn't ask me before bringing your sister in, and now you expect me to pay her rent too? Absolutely not." She called me wicked and stormed off. Maybe don't bring your sister without asking, without a job. Or you could do that, obviously. You can bring your sister, that's your family. Pay her part of the rent too by yourself. That makes so much sense. Because if they're only living with just like a room to stay, that's like totally fine. But like, I'm not really sure if water bill will raise that drastically. But it may be, I'm not sure. But yeah, food definitely will. Electricity, definitely. If they have like a laptop, a phone, and etc., it will raise. So maybe one should think before bringing their family and thinking a non-family member will be up for help in this economy. That too, in this economy.